Hey, Officer Willamson, Farmington Police Department. Reason why I stopped you. You ain't got your lights on.
My lights on.
Yeah, your headlights. They're not on at all.
Not on at all.
Yeah, no, they're not on at all.
Is that's on, right?
That's on. All right, got your license insurance on you?
It's right here.
Perfect. Got your vehicle insurance? Perfect. Where are you coming from?
Bentonville.
You're coming from Bentonville? Okay, where are you going?
To Fayetteville.
To Fayetteville?
That's where I live.
Okay. How much you had to drink tonight?
Not much.
Not much. So, how much have you had to drink tonight? Be honest with me. Because I can smell it.
You can smell it.
Yeah. So how much have you had to drink tonight? 2? 2 what?
Drinks.
Okay, 2 sips, 2 beers, 2 margaritas. What?
Drinks.
2 drinks. Just completely 2 sips of alcohol tonight. Okay. All right. Do me a favor, I want you to step out here for me and get you to perform some sobriety test for me, okay? All right. Do me a favor, have you stand back here at the back of your truck. You want to shut your door? Okay, let's get you to stand back here at the back of your car, back of your truck for me. Just stand right there for me. All right, so you had 2 drinks tonight, correct? Now's your time to be honest with me how much you had to drink tonight.
Sir, I'm gonna tell you I'm a 4.0 student, and I can only show you that through you receiving evidence of me receiving that I'm a 4.0 student. I am double majoring.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old. So you're not even supposed to be drinking to begin with.
But sir, I'm telling you. I hate this. But I will tell you, yes.
You will tell me yes what? That you have been drinking tonight?
I have.
You've already told me that.
Right. And this is incredibly devastating to me because I have worked my entire life.
You want me to roll your window up? It may start raining.
Sir, it's okay because
Oh, is it down?
Yeah, it's down.
it's barely down.
Okay.
No, it's all the way down. All right, so let's perform these field sobriety tests for me real quick. Will you perform the field sobriety test for me?
No.
You're not? Okay. I want you to do is turn around and put your hands behind your back for me. Right now you're being placed under arrest for driving while intoxicated, okay? Do me a favor, just release your hands for me. There you go.
Call for code left.
Yep.
Can I ask you if I have any chance at it? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. We'll walk you back to my car here for me. All right. Do me a favor, have a seat. Farmington 14 County, I'm 15 with an X-ray. All right, hop on out. All right. I'll walk up to that door that says restricted area. All right, give me just a second here. Let's see here. Perfect. I'll walk in. Go all the way down to the last door on your left. All right, give me just a second right here. I'm gonna take these handcuffs off, so I'm just gonna have you have a seat, okay? All right, just have a seat right there for me, okay? All right, I'll give you this so you can read along with me, okay? All right, so if you want to follow along with me, on top right there, says you're advised that any person who operates or is in actual physical control of a motorboat or a motor vehicle in this state is deemed to give consent to one or more chemical tests of his or her breath or urine for the purpose to determine the alcohol or controlled substance content of his or her breath or blood. You've already told me that you're under the age of 21, correct? You told me that you're 20. How old are you?
I will not speak.
So you're not going to speak whatsoever?
I will not speak.
Okay. So out there you told me you were under the age of 20. You told me you were 20. So we'll go with that.
I will not speak.
That's fine. You don't have to. Okay? The person is number 4 there, under the age of 21. If the person is under the age of 21 and is arrested for the offense arising out of the act alleged to be committed while there's an underage person or driving or boating while there was under the influence or driving or boating while there was an alcohol concentration of 200, which is 0.02, but less than 800, which is 0.08, in his or her breath or blood, or number 5. The person is under the age of 21 and is stopped by a law enforcement officer and has reasonable cause to believe that the underage person, while operating or in actual physical control of a motorboat on the waterways of the state or a motor vehicle, is under the influence of or has an alcohol concentration of 200, which is 0.02, but less than 0.08, which is 800, in his or her breath or blood. Do you understand those parts that I've read to you? Okay. So that middle section down there. If you refuse to take any test, none will be given, but you'll subject yourself to the penalties provided by law, which includes but is not limited to the suspension or revocation of your driving privileges, and if you're a commercial driver's license holder, the disqualification of your commercial driving privileges. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay. If you are asked to submit to a blood test, you understand that you're not required by law to consent to such test unless you voluntarily agree to do so. Further, you understand that you will not be subject to the criminal penalty under annotated code 565-205 if you refuse to submit to a blood test. Do you understand that?
I do.
If you choose to take the chemical test and the results reflect an alcohol concentration of 800, which is 0.08 or more, or the presence of a controlled substance or any other intoxicant, your driving privileges will be suspended or revoked. And if you're the holder of a commercial driver's license, your commercial driving privileges will be disqualified. Do you understand that?
I do.
Do you have a commercial driver's license?
I do. What do you...
Do you drive 18-wheelers?
I do not.
Okay. So the next one, under the age of 21. If you're under the age of 21 and you take a chemical test and the results reflect an alcohol concentration of 200, which is 0.02, but less than 800, which is 0.08, your driving privileges will be suspended or revoked. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay, that last one. If you take the chemical test requested by law enforcement, you may also at your own expense have a physician, registered nurse, lab technician, or other qualified person of your choice administer an additional chemical test. The arresting law enforcement agency, being the Farmington Police Department, will assist you in obtaining such test. If you choose to have an additional test and later found not guilty of the violation of the omnibus DWI or BWI Act or the underage DUI or BUI law for this arrest, the arresting law enforcement agency, being the Farmington Police Department, will reimburse you for the cost of the additional test. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay. Do you understand all the parts of these rights that I have read to you?
I do.
All right. I'm asking for a breath sample, a breath test. Will you take my breath test?
No.
Perfect. Okay. I'll take that one. Now, since you told me that you understand the rights that I've read to you, can I just get you to initial out beside, showing me that you understood them as I read them to you? So I just need your initials here. You can check here, and I just need your signature right there.
Okay. I do refuse.
That's fine.
Test chosen. I don't agree to.
I'm asking for a breath sample.
And I refuse.
Correct. Which is this next part. Will you take my test where I have no marked?
Here.
And then I need your signature right there. Perfect. So, what I'm going to read you. So, I'm confiscating your driver's license. Okay? And I'm issuing you a temporary driver's license, which is good for 30 days. Okay? So, the next part of this, it says, by this notice, I am advised that if I am intoxicated or if a chemical test indicates an alcohol concentration of 800ths of 1%, which is 0.08 or more for a DWI or BWI offense, 0.04 of 1% for commercial driver's license offenses, 0.04%, or 0.02 of 1% for underage DUI, BUI offenses, which is 0.02 through 0.07, or the presence of any other intoxicant substance or combination of substances. My privilege to drive will be revoked, suspended, disqualified, or denied as a result. Will be disqualified or denied as provided for by Arkansas Code Annotated 565-104 for DWI or BWI, 2723-112 for a CDL, or 565-304 for underage DUI, BUI. And if I refuse to submit to the test, my driving privileges will be revoked, suspended, disqualified, or denied as a result of the refusal. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay. So what I need, showing that you're going to receive this, I just need your signature right there.
What do you mean? Like?
So what this is your so what I've explained to you in this is your temporary driver's license. There's additional paperwork that you will have to fill out to send down to what they call driver control. That way, since you are in school, that you can drive from home to school.
Right.
And if you have a job, you can drive from home to work.
Yes, sir.
And then basically it is straight back home.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm signing what I believe I am signing.
Everybody that goes through this signs that and gets issued a temporary driver's license.
Okay. I understand you believe that my license is suspended, correct?
No. I don't know if your license is suspended or not. I haven't ran you yet.
Okay. So if I refuse the test, then I am...
Which you've already done.
Correct. Then... What, like, I'm trying to understand what you believe. So I have refused the test, correct? And so you are saying, since I refused them, I receive a temporary license, correct? That's what you said.
People who even do the test, and if they are above the legal limit, they get issued a temporary driver's license.
Okay, so
it's not just you.
So I receive a temporary license. Okay.
You will still be able to drive for 30 days. The paperwork that's on the back of that page, once you sober up, you will need to read. There's instructions on how to send that paperwork down to where you can get a restricted driver's license, to where you can drive from home to work, home to school, back to home.
Okay.
And everything is explained on those pages.
Okay.
Not that one. Will be the peak copy. So this is going to be your temporary driver's license right here. And then all this and this is what you're going to have to do that at another time. That is what you'll need to do.
As a suspended license, correct?
No.
No?
If you don't send this paperwork in, yes, your license will get suspended. If you don't do this paperwork.
And doing this paperwork equals...
Gets you a restricted driver's license.
Unrestricted. Okay. Gotcha.
So, like I said, all I need you to do, sign right here showing that you received a copy of this, and it'll be in your property.
My property, as in...
When we go to the jail, they'll have your property. You won't have anything on you.
You mean the truck versus mine? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I understand everything.
Okay. What are you not understanding?
Okay. You want me to sign this because...
It's showing that you received your temporary driver's license.
Okay. What is my temporary license? You explained that on the pink sheet,
yes,
right?
Yes. This first pink sheet. This sheet right here.
Yes.
Is your temporary driver's license now.
And
that is valid for 30 days.
30 days.
Within 7 days, you need to send this page off to have a administrative hearing to contest the suspension, revocation, or disqualification of your driving privileges.
Yes. Okay. To make sure that whatever happened tonight, correct? Is valid in whatever way. Is that what you're saying? Okay, correct. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. So you just want to make sure tonight I understand what I'm signing. And then nothing needs to be done.
All I need is your signature. Everything else is going to be on you once you get out from the jail.
The jail. Okay. Yeah. It's just kind of killing me because my dad is a part of the National Rifle Association. And I grew up here. Like, it kills me, right? I grew up in that. And like, I don't expect you to change any of your decisions, but it kills me, right? I grew up in the NRA. I know exactly how to shoot a rifle. I know exactly how to.
All right.
No, and like that's not anything on you.
No.
And I'm
None
not,
taken.
And I'm not expecting you to understand, like, but I grew up on 5 acres of land to understand how to protect myself against anyone with a rifle. And I completely understand it. I know how to do it with a truck, with a motorcycle, whatever. And I screw up like this just once. And I'm not expecting you to change your decision at all, because I know that I did. It is 100% on me.
Like I told you, we all make mistakes. It's not the end of the world.
I think it is, personally.
It's not.
Because I am a 4.0 student. I literally have made 1B in my entire life, and that kills me.
Understandable. All right, let's turn around. Just put your hands behind your back.
She's headed to jail.
I'm just going to slide this up, okay?
It's fine.
All right, we're going to walk it right out that door, okay?
And then also, my people are worried about me. How can I hunt?
So once you get down to the jail, I got your phone in my car. Once you get down to the jail, they will allow you to get phone numbers out of your phone, okay? Once they get you booked in and squared away, hang on, over here. Once they get you squared away, then you'll be able to make phone calls, okay?
My mom is probably losing it.
That's understandable. All right,
Oh,
do me a favor, just have a seat for me, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. All right, hop on out. All right, you see that first grade chair? We're gonna go right there and have a seat, okay?
Where's my car?
So your truck was impounded. It was towed. Uh-huh. So it's with first response that's in Farmington.
It's in Farmington.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ready to group by medical?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take you in and do some pat downs on you. You ready?